Little Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail.
Flippity, hippity, hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way. Here comes Peter Cotton. Nope, that's the beginning of it again. I don't know, I went full circle there.
Little bunny foo-foo run through the forest, picking the field mice and bopping them in the head.
And down came the good fairy and said, Little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you picking up field mice and bopping them on the head. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
I don't really know, I'm not good at nursery rhymes.
What did you do to the microphone?
What do you want to do to it?
Okay, that's better now.
Is it not working?
Anyway, I am Joel.
Water Bottle Cox, and I am Joey Tinfoil Hat Stout.
I was trying to do something Easter related.
Easter related. Joel Pastel Cox. And
Can I be Jackrabbit?
You can be Jackrabbit. I'm Bunny Rabbit usually. I started with Bunny Rabbit. You can be Jackrabbit. You can be Joel the Bunny Rabbit. No, you don't want to be the bunny. You can be Joel. You want to be Joel the Duck. You can be Joel. Henta. What they call those little Henta eggs?
I don't want to be a Fabergé egg.
Fabergé. I'll be Fabergé. You don't have to be Fabergé.
I am Joel Jackrabbit Cox. This is Joe Fabergé
Stout.
Stout.
I love it. That's it. I'm cool. I'm cool being Fabergé.
I should probably start the timer.
Oh, we actually started.
Yeah.
This is the show. Welcome to the show, everybody.
That's why I did Little Bunny Foo-Foo.
I didn't know we were. I thought we were just testing things out. I thought we were mic checking.
Oh, because I probably didn't go.
That's what I'm thrown off when we don't clap. I'm gonna sit closer to the microphone.
Gone are the days where we had to clap every time because I was recording multiple audios.
Yes. You know what? I kind of miss audio all the time. I don't dislike that we don't have to do audio all the time, but it was kind of cool when we did audio. I did not hate it. I sort of kind of miss the days of all audio. But we went from audio. There was some intelligence behind it. It wasn't just a decision we made haphazardly. It was done consciously so that way we could expand our audience. And maybe we lost one or two, but we added on so many more people that didn't feel neglected by not having the audio or the video.
Well, the thing was, the idea was to bring random stuff up and look at them and show it to the audience. That took way too much time in post.
Yes.
But now that I use the open broadcast system, I can do it on the fly.
It would not hurt us to
Like, for
have like an
example,
official producer to the show.
For the video watchers at home, I'm about to flip over to the timer that we're looking at, so I can tell how long the podcast will be going on.
Are you really going to do
and
it,
I'm flipping
though?
back, because I can. You know what? I'm going to type in Easter Bunny and see what comes up.
I really don't understand how any side of your process works. Like, what you do over there absolutely confuses
I can
me.
just say Easter Bunny, and I can look at this picture of this bunny, Easter Bunny. Right.
That's what they're looking at?
Yeah.
Is that what that's right there?
Mm-hmm.
The Easter bunny with the little bunny things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So because before that's what I wanted to do, and then in post I go back and look up what I looked up. Now I can do it on the fly.
Joel, I can't help but notice both of us are wearing the almost identical cargo pants because you and I are what the ladies describe as desirable.
Well, it's funny you say that because last week my coworker and I we mess with each other all the time, and I wear my cargo pants on Friday because it's casual Friday. So he walks by and he goes, "No one's got a blowjob in cargo pants since Nom."
No one's got a blowjob in cargo pants since Nom. Probably true.
So
yes.
I had to watch Superbad again that Friday night. I love that movie.
That's funny. I don't know what it is. Like, why do women not like cargo pants? What is their hatred for these? They're amazing. I have so many extra pockets. I can carry things. Are you going to be okay? I'm seriously concerned about you. You're making a noise that does not belong in human society.
I had to not swallow so I would not drown.
I love cargo pants.
I love them too.
This is like
I've always worn cargo pants.
I love them, but then but I know that when I wear them, that the mentality, that the perception is that I'm not as sexy as I should be wearing cargo pants. Like I'm like that. I'm as sexy like dad body sexy. Like it's not really, but like it's okay kind of thing. Like I'm more acceptable. I'm not even sure I'm acceptable.
So I wanted to bring this during the live podcast, but I never found a good moment to. So an axe throwing on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday before the day of the podcast.
Well, were you wearing cargo pants at the time?
Yes, I was. So I'm wearing my normal.
I knew you were wearing. You always wear cargo pants.
I'm outside of work. I'm wearing my green fleece. I'm wearing my cargo pants. You know, I look kind of nerdy. So we go down, and there's like 12 of us from work. And of course, they're trying to pick up teams, who's going to be on what team. And they're doing they're trying how to throw. So most people are throwing two-handed. I'm like, I don't trust myself. I'd rather do one-handed because I feel like I have more control.
Right.
So I step up to the thing after I'm in the last group to actually try and throw. Then he goes, "Oh, you're left-handed." I'm like, "Yeah." And you want to throw one-handed? And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You don't want the heavier axe." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Ever play baseball?" I'm like, "Nope." "You ever play football?" "Nope." "Well, you should throw like a football or a baseball." He shows me how to throw.
You're like, all the things that I play, sir, involve a 12-sided die.
And a mouse or a keyboard. So then I do my throws. I actually figure out how to get it to stick on the board. I've thrown darts before. And like you can throw darts like straight ahead, or you can do the twirl thing where you twirl them and they rotate.
You can throw darts like that?
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
I can.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
You can get a dart, just stick in a board, throwing it, like, flipping it around all ninja style.
Yeah.
I have to see this.
I'll have to get a dartboard.
All right.
So anyway.
I'm a big darts fan.
So I knew that to do the twirl, you needed to have a certain amount of distance so that it can twirl. Because either you got up the rotation, slow the rotation, or distance. It's all those different variables.
Okay.
But if you throw the same way every time and you keep moving back and forth, you find your sweet spot. So there were spots in the ground, which I used to figure that out for the axe. So we go down. First, I go up against the one girl, Jackie. She's like a project manager. So I grab the axe, and I throw it one-handed. She's like, "You're throwing that one-handed?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Okay." But I ended up being Jackie. And the dude goes, "I tried to help you reform, but I don't know what you're doing. You're just throwing the axe and it's sticking on the wall." So I'm like, okay, whatever.
You're like the Dizzy Gillespie of axe throwing. You're like puffing out your cheeks, and you got the way wrong stance. You're Happy Gilmore.
Exactly.
You're Happy Gilmoreing this axe into the board.
So then the next person I go up against, I
You're an
lose.
anomaly, like a bumblebee. I'm sorry.
So the next one I go in, I'm Elisa's next woman I played against. I lost against her, but I figured out what I was doing wrong. So then the next game I play, and I'm just crushing it, and everyone's like, "I feel like he's throwing the axe angrily." I'm like, "Not really, Bob," because Bob was one because I had lunch with him. He was messing with me. So I'm like, "Bob, your face, that board." I threw the axe and it stuck, and I actually had a problem getting it out of the board. So
now nobody sits with you at lunchtime at work.
So now it gets better. Apparently, you're analyzing my throw. Most people's axes twirl once and hit the board. Mine was twirling twice and hitting the board. So then I win.
Which was like a slow motion. Like who was analyzing this?
Well, they were watching me throw. I'm like trying to figure out, because apparently, like, I do what I thought the guy told me to do, and I just kept doing it. But apparently, I did my own thing with the axe. So then, the one coworker actually shot a video of me in slow motion throwing the axe, which is kind of cool. I threw it on my Facebook post about it.
I may have missed that.
But I actually won because we had two aisles. I won my aisle for the tournament, apparently. So they're asking, "Well, which side would you rather go on?" I'm like, "I'd rather have this side on that." He's like, "Okay." Well, I lost the rock, paper, scissors. I didn't even get a chance to throw rock, paper, scissors, but that was bullshit. But whatever. So he gave me two throws on both sides. So I go through the axe, and the instructor on the other side said to the other guy, "You were right." Which means me to believe the guy said, "This guy's kind of crazy. I don't know how he's throwing this axe." That's the only conversation in my mind that they said before I threw.
I used to play darts a lot. Like, I was big on darts. I love darts. It's one of my favorite things to do. And
I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You tell your story.
So then So I get my 2 throws. I thought I was all lined up, and I threw kind of crap the first 2 or 3 axes. You get 5 axes. So by then I was dialed in, and I started catching up. I lost by 1 point, but I came in second place.
That's
And I kept
a win.
And I kept thinking about the movie Broken Arrow, when the woman's trying to disarm the nuclear warhead, and she goes out to the computer nerd. He goes, "You thought I was just going to the computer? I'm actually a Navy SEAL." I felt like I would have had the same, "You thought I was just another computer? I can throw axes. F you all."
I'm accidentally amazing at something. No, I've never gone axe throwing, although it looks awesome. But I played darts a lot, and I used to. I cannot hit squat on the dartboard except for the bullseye. It's the weirdest thing. When I throw, I can only hit the bullseye. No matter what I aim for, I can hit the bullseye almost every. There's been times, honest to God, Joel, I swear to you, I've hit. We play this game. I believe it's called cricket, where you have to hit 23 times. You have to hit 18, 17, 16, all the way to 15 up to 20.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hit 3 times, and you have to close them all out. Once you close them out, you get points towards the next person. I'm not going to explain all the rules of true American cricket to everyone.
Here's the other caveat. The axe went where the axe went. I wasn't really... I was aiming, but it didn't go where I wanted to go.
But it was going where it needed to go.
But it was consistently hitting the board most of the time.
Well, when I would play darts, way back when I would play darts, I used to have this friend, and a few of us would go out, but my one friend in particular, this girl that I hung out with, and she was one of my drinking buddies, and she would play darts. And she had this weird, where she would... The dartboard's in front of you, but she would be throwing at the ceiling. She wouldn't even be looking at the dartboard. She'd be looking at the ceiling, and she would throw, and it would do this strange arch, and she would nail everything she was aiming for. Couldn't hit the bullseye to save her life. Everything else was dead on. So we always end up on the same team because we just knew that we would, between the two of us, betwixt us, we could crush it. We dominated darts to the point where people wouldn't even play with us. But we crushed it. We were amazing at that. But yeah, it was this strange thing where she would just throw it up and it would just kind of swoop back down and it would nail whatever she was aiming at. It was kind of her own little way of doing it.
It's funny because everyone's like, "Have you done this before?" I'm like, "I've thrown darts before, but I remember I wanted to learn how to do the twirl. I remember you had to be a certain pace away for it to hit the board. So that actually translated a little bit. So I thought it was kind of bad. I kind of want to go to my parents' house and set up my own axe throwing board now. 'Cause I don't have the space to do it here.
I can see your dad coming out just screaming at you, "What the hell are you doing in your..." Just make sure you oil and put away the hatchets when you're done.
I know, I'll buy my own.
Now, is it legitimately axes or is it hatchets?
No,
hatchets. Let's try that again one more time, but in English. Axes or hatchets, or is it somewhere is it like a hybrid?
It looks like an axe. Not the double-sided axe, but a single-sided axe.
Okay.
It looks more like a wedge, in my opinion.
But it's a longer handle.
No, it's a short handle.
That's a hatchet.
Well, the hatchet has the cutting edge and the hammer edge. The hammer edge is just smooth.
Okay.
So technically it's a short-handed axe. Let's look up axes.
I don't know the semantical difference between the two.
An axe and a hatchet?
Yeah, no, I thought hatchets were just shorter axes. I didn't think an axe had to be double-sided either. Now that you say that, I remember from the Bugs Bunny cartoons. Okay, so yeah, look, those are single-sided blades. Type in hatchet versus axe, or vice versa. They look identical. Except for, I think a hatchet's the difference between a hammer and a sledge. Versus a tomahawk? I didn't even think about a tomahawk. Tomahawk's a whole nother beast. These are just images. We need something more substantial.
Yeah, but I want to see the pictures first to see what happens. He defines a hatchet as simply a small one-handed axe used for chopping.
Okay, there you go. So a hatchet is an axe, just smaller.
A third chopping tool is a hand axe, which is also meant to be used with one hand, but has a longer handle and is not used for striking.
What the Spanish would call axe picaño. Yeah. All right, so the same thing. So were you throwing axes or were you throwing hatchets? I bet you were throwing hatchets and they were telling you they were axes because it makes you feel more like a man. You know, like you're like, everything's bigger because I'm a man. That's what it is.
Okay, let's look up throwing axes though.
Like whenever I tell girls it's really 12 inches. That's basically what's going on here. Now, what's the difference between a hatchet and a tomahawk? Tomahawks are made out of stone, I bet you. No metal in a tomahawk. Does it describe it in wordage?
I'm getting there. I'm clicking the button. Sheesh.
I'm just asking if that's what it does, though. That's not even. Is there? There's like a. That's a light. Is that a lightsaber or some sort of? That's a pen light. I don't know what we're even looking at here. We need more information.
Typically, an axe or hatchet is not designed specifically for military or tactical use. Axes excel at chopping, splitting, and shaving, and more. Plus, they can be used as the first means. The handle or grip is typically more ergonomic. In many ways, axes and hatchets are designed for one activity, chopping, and they do it very well. A tomahawk is going to be lighter. A hawk is more useful for combat, and the straight handle is ideal for releasing while throwing. It does a good job at bushcraft operations. It can handle some chopping, but it's not designed like an axe for that one chore.
Okay, so here comes the educational part of the programming, where we tell you the difference between an axe and a hatchet. An axe is a long-handled hatchet. A hatchet is short-handled and used for chopping, whereas a tomahawk is used for killing motherfuckers.
Yes.
There you go. You're welcome. We all learned something new today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good deal.
I'm loving that I can share my screen with the audience now.
That I do enjoy that. I like that. It takes some of the pressure off us because then they like, if we like, I say we put on somebody else's podcast and take a time. Like, just enjoy the rest of the day, Joel. I say we go outside and enjoy some of this beautiful day, catch some sun rays, work on our tans, and let them watch and view something else. I say we just put on put something on, put on YouTube, but put it on one of those channels that play a show after a show after a show, or like what do they call it? Like a playlist.
That's playlist. Not happening, Joe. I'm dedicated to our fans.
You are a true believer in your craft, Joel. That's why I admire you. So tomahawk, hatchet, and axe. What else we got? Okay, so you did your hatchet throw thing, your axe throw, and
apparently okay.
You are good at the throwing of the hatchet.
I'm good at the throwing. I'm not good at the targeting. Because apparently they have these little green dots. Like you have your bullseye. You have these two green dots on either side of the top. That's called your clutch. So basically, you can do a called shot saying, "I'm gonna hit the clutch," and you'd hit it for 7 points.
Like skee ball, but with hatchets.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that! I've made a reference that actually made sense for a change.
But I'd highly recommend where I went.
Where did you go? Let's plug them. Let's give them a little bit of promo.
I think it's called Lumber Jax's.
Lumber Jax's. Jax with axes at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Jaxes. Lumber Jaxes.
Wait, bachelorette parties? That's a bad idea.
I mean, if it's a fun thing, that's not too bad. It's only $35 a person.
Yeah, and it's BYOB.
And how long were you there?
3 hours.
3 hours for $35? You can't go to a movie for that, Joel.
They even have axe throwing lanes that you can book.
That sounds amazing. I want to do that now. Is there a minimum requirement of people?
Well, they say 6 to 12 people.
6 to 12?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if I know 5 other people that I tolerate. I certainly don't know 11. It sounds fun, but you definitely have to do it in a group. It's like one of those team building things, like where you go. Yeah. It's more of like, hey, let's get everybody in the like whenever you do that fall backwards and somebody catches you.
Trust falls.
Trust, yes. It's a team building exercise like trust falls. It does look fun. I saw I saw a little bit of your video.
You just said you didn't remember seeing that post.
I saw I saw it in passing, but I didn't watch it. Like I saw that you did it, and then I went, "Oh, I want to check that out." And then instead, I don't remember. Probably looked up porn or something. It's not that I don't take interest in what you have going on. It's just I always have something more important going on. Maybe not more important. That's probably not the right word. I always have something different that I'm in the process of doing. I don't really go on Facebook to. Yeah, no, I saw it. I just didn't. I didn't see it. I acknowledged it. That's not the same as watching it.
That's fine.
It's not that I don't care. I just didn't acclimate myself into your environment. What are you doing over there?
I am taking this phone tripod, seeing if I can't mount it to my arm.
You're an insane man. This really needs to be on video.
Pull that little thing.
About $1 for every time I said that. That sounded super inappropriate.
Yeah, the other tripod would be better for this. Alright, good to know.
What else have we got aside from axe throwing? What other like events? Like, you've done rock climbing?
Yes, I have. I used to do rock climbing all the time in college.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
I think it was my last semester of grad school, actually. I thought I told this story.
I went rock climbing one time, but it was twice. I went one time in an indoor place, blast, had a great time. Definitely a lot more above my skill grade than I was willing to accept. And then I went once, like in my youth, when I was younger. I went one time.
When you were 17?
I was younger than that. I was like in middle school or maybe
What?
high school. Yeah, I swear. Well, it was a whole big school thing. Like everybody in the school went somewhere. We did some rock, but it was like little walls. They were like 8-foot walls.
So you did bouldering then?
Maybe that sounds.
Bouldering
possible.
is when you go usually below 10 feet.
That's almost definitely what I did.
So
Maybe more, but I don't recall.
So I was coming back from class one day. My buddy Bernie was like, "Hey, you want to go rock climbing?" I'm like, "Okay." And Vicky was like, "Son of a bitch." I'm like, "What?" I lost $5. I didn't think you'd like to climb shit. I'm like, I come shit all the time at my parents' house. Like, that's my favorite thing to do is climb shit.
When we were talking about going to Vegas, we were talking about there's a place out there, Red Rock Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Red Rock Canyon, and we were talking about that. And I said to our friend Jonesy about, hey, like, we got to go to Red Rock Canyon, rock climbing place. And do you remember what he said to me?
I believe black people don't climb.
Black people don't climb no rocks, is what he said.
And I said, go on the contrary.
And he said it very much like that, very ebonically. But it really wasn't. That wasn't rock climbing. That was more of like rock pathing. It was more of like walking up rocks than it was actually climbing rocks. Did not know Jonesy, terrified of heights.
Well, that's right.
We took a picture of me kind of sort of hanging off a rock, and it was meant to make it look like I was falling over this cliff, but really I was very sturdy and securely planted my feet. And
I can find that photo.
And the picture was, it was supposed to be a picture of like him holding on to me like I was dangling off the edge. And Jonesy was grabbing me. He was holding my wrist as if I really was. I think Jonesy thought he was falling off of this cliff. But yeah, that was a fun time.
This is the joy of the youth system.
Is there? Do you actually have? You don't know. You have like a bunch of pictures, but they're not.
Yeah, but I know what day it was. I gotta find the folder with the vacation photos.
But I like rock climbing. Rock climbing is a fun thing to do. I want to go skydiving, even though I admit that I'm terrified of the idea.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the flying squirrel suit, but you need to know how to.
I'm more afraid of that. The flight suit is where you basically. I don't think that's the correct term for it, but where.
But when you say flying squirrel suit, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Right, you jump out and it's you got like base jumping. It's the base jumping.
No,
suit.
base jumping is with a parachute.
Oh, I thought base jumping was
Base jumping is low altitude.
Okay. But I want to do that. That was in Tomb Raider, in the Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider with her and Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler? Who was in that? Was it Gerard Butler? Who was in the Tomb Raider movie? No, okay, fine. Find your picture first.
No. Find that first.
But regardless, they jumped and they did the suit where they floated across from one building to who cares. Angelina Jolie, terrible Tomb Raider, by the way. I know it angers you. I did not like her as Tomb Raider. She was a horrible Tomb Raider.
Daniel Craig.
No. It was not Daniel Craig.
It was the first Tomb Raider or second Tomb Raider?
I don't remember. I think the first one.
It was Daniel Craig.
No. It was not.
It was Daniel Craig.
Try the second one.
Don't be an ass.
Not the newest, not the current Tomb Raider.
Yes, Gerard Butler was in the second one.
That's who I'm thinking. Gerard Butler. That's the one where her and Gerard Butler do the flight suit across Paris or some shit. That seems more frightening to me than just jumping out. What is Crime McGruff doing on the... Gruff McGruff?
He's a good boy. Is him a good boy?
As long as people talk baby talk to dogs, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15.
Why are we having a Geico commercial in the middle of our podcast?
We're going to watch the second trailer for Tomb Raider.
Why? Why are we doing that?
Ancient
Is this something? Can the audience see this?
called the cradle of life.
Was that Lawrence
It is the source of all life and also of death. There lies a power that no man should ever hold.
I think the new Tomb Raider is going to be better than obviously this. She doesn't even look like Lara Croft.
Someone is after this ancient artifact. What we don't know is why. That terrifies us.
I don't find her attractive.
Pandora's box.
Find the Greek myth.
I don't think she's a
That's the
good-looking
Sunday
chick.
school version. It's a weapon more powerful than you could ever imagine.
She's not my type.
Her Majesty formally requests that you find and recover this box before it's too late.
Oh. Well, now that I have Her Majesty's permission.
Something about her just never does it. You know what, though? Mila Kunis I never found attractive. Now I think she's the most gorgeous chick.
She's always been gorgeous.
He was like 12 then. Look how young he was.
Do you really think I would do that to you?
I don't even know what's going on there. They were about to do it and then she backed up. Rude. No, that's usually when sexy time starts. Yeah, no. Hey, was that dude? Yes, this. Yeah, look, they got the suits. They go. Yeah, look it. Oh, is that not base jumpsuits?
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll pass. Cradle of Life. That was the end of the second one.
Yeah.
Well, and as fun as that was, I still don't think that she was a great Lara Croft.
And again, here's the finger for you.
Fine by me, but I don't find her attractive.
Audio listeners listeners at home, viewers at home, tell me what you think.
Yeah, nothing against her as I think that she's not ugly by any means.
You just said she was ugly.
I did not. No, did I say that? I didn't say.
Sure.
I don't think she's attractive. I just don't find her ugly. I just don't find her attractive. But like I said, like Mila Kunis, everybody lost their minds. Oh, she's so beautiful. I was never attracted to her.
She was always hot. Always.
I've only found her attractive more recently. As she aged, she grew into her body.
There's no growing in the body. She was always hot.
Is that me?
That's you.
Holy crap, look at my arms on that picture. I don't remember being that buff. I need that picture.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend like I still look like that because I clearly... That's from like 2 years ago. Holy moly. How come I don't have these pictures?
You should have.
That's wild, dude. My arms were huge. That's back whenever I was like really heavy into... Like I was doing the moving furniture thing back then. But I'm doing it... Well, I'm not really now because of my foot. But that's wild, dude. But yeah, the Mila Kunis. Oh my god, do I love her. Oh, do I love her.
always loved her.
Oh, wait, we're getting closer to the picture. This is... Can they see all this?
Oh, you want them to see it all?
No, I don't care if they see it or not. I was just asking if they could.
I believe it was here. We'll go
But,
musician. Audience at home, I highly suggest you go to the
Red Rock Canyon. If you ever find yourself in
I'm actually
the...
saying if audio listeners should go look at the video on YouTube.
What video?
And the
We have a video?
Is going to be at about 29 minutes. Oh, we've been going for 29 minutes already.
Yes, that picture right there. It was meant to make it look like I was falling off the rock. I'm actually... My feet are on, like, flat level. Jonesy is holding on to me. For some reason, I thought he was holding my wrist. He's holding on to me for dear life. Like, he's holding me like he's the one falling down. I don't think I've seen a lot of these pictures. Where are these not on Facebook or something?
They're in my Dropbox, but...
I thought I saw everything from Dropbox. I have to check it again sometime. We had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, we did.
I do want to go rock climbing. I want to go base jumping. I want to do all the crazy things that are daring and scary. I want to live more adventurously, Joel.
I want to live more adventurous.
Are we dabbing there? What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing there.
I think we're Heisman Trophy. Heisman Trophy was the original dab. That was more of like the... I think that's what we have going on there.
In my wisdom of my old age, quickly approaching 40, I'm getting more into FPV and RC vehicles.
What's FPD?
FPV, first person view
Okay.
cameras. Because I realize if I'm flying a drone and I crash, I don't die. If I crash a truck going off a cliffside, I don't die. It's far cheaper to fix an RC car or a drone than fix my body.
Absolutely true. Yes. Safety of but there's not quite the same exhilaration to it.
Apparently you've never worn the goggles before.
No, I'm not saying there's not exhilaration. I'm just saying it's not the
just saying.
same as being in that situation.
I've been in that situation before for driving, and
It's definitely a lot more terrifying whenever it's a real vehicle, and also a lot more expensive, I'm sure.
exactly.
But it's not quite the same when you're physically there. To put yourself in that moment of just fire and animosity of terror, and you have this sense of impeding danger. It's much more exhilarating.
I do also like to live dangerously.
Did you just quote Austin Powers?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
I can't believe we've gone on for half an hour already.
Are we already half an hour?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds about right. Are we ready to roll things up?
Yep.
Okay. We need to get like hand signs for. We need to just go that way. Because like the audience is always like they know it's coming. They're always like they hear us say it and they go, "Oh, son of a." They're probably not even listening to us at this point. Really, they should though, because we're like all of our best material is the last couple seconds of the show. No matter how boring and lame the rest of the show may be, the last few seconds is usually something wild and just like, holy shit, why did they say that? Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.